brings us to a sold-out and absolutely rocking Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the New York Giants and the New Orleans Saints.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. To the 40 at the 39. 23 yards the pickup there.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
Now on first down, he'll drop the throw. And a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. 32 yards. And the Saints have taken the early lead. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead.
Good. Makes the score Saints 7, Giants 0. Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. The 40, 30. yards. Saquon Barkley, 75 yards. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. He's tackled it. The tackle made by Blake Martinez.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Another carry.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
46-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. A fight for the football, but it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? but I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
The tackle made.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
2nd and 9 now. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Going to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Saints add on to their lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Will Lutz to kick off 4th and 1.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
9-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. Just cut it. All right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. That one incomplete there.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by C.J. Bird. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
And the Giants first down.
They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
You think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches are giving, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 15. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
What part of it went empty set there? No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. Eventually, no gain on the play, and it's second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now Saquon Barkley. And some room to work. And he will take it all in for a giant touchdown.
Touchdown, New York.
Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown.
For the extra point.
So much talk this week on the other side about slowing him down coming off that great performance, NFC Offensive Player of the Week last week. But long touchdown run there, nobody was stopping it.
Yeah, good luck for that because that was an explosive run. You know, in the NFL, they describe that as any run over 10 yards. Some teams say 15. He went over 20-plus on that one.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Now here's a deep shot that's complete. 20, 10, and he takes it all the way down to 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 69 yards.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. And now he'll tuck it and run. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting third and goal.
Down and goal to go.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon, and that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
The Giants on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll run for it with Barkley. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. On play action, they'll throw. And inside the 20 before it's brought down. 16 yards, a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Steps away to his left. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Makes the score Saints 35, Giants 14.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
To kick off for New Orleans.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Tavarius Moore. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. His throw at the 5. And the Saints are going to have a first and goal coming up as he's out of bounds at the 2. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Stepping up, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. It's their quarterback as the first half is winding down, and the Saints add on to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wild card matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Only a yard there, sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, the good news, they got the stop defensively. The bad news, this is a huge hole that they're in right now. How do they start to dig out of it?
That's a great question because we're not even going to talk about how do they win it, right? We want to see how they can kind of claw back and at least make themselves feel better about the game because this one is likely out of reach. But maybe one possession at a time, try and play a little bit better and have some respect when you come out of the game.
They'll go to Barkley again, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
3rd down.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. They're going to look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded just inside the 30. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
15 yards on the play, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now a handoff looking right. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
10 at the 25-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second-half blowout material. Now they'll run it on the toss. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll set up to throw. And he's got him. It's caught. Zone touchdown, New Orleans. Marlon Mack there to make the grab. And the Saints just continue to roll. Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Lutz with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
The kickoff for New Orleans.
Taken about 7 yards deep, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Man opens board. It's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Back to throw again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 40. And he will take this one home. That's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Score Saints 56, Giants 14. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is Barkley. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Saquon Barkley, the ball carrier. Darren Lee on the tackle. A gain of 4.
1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Barkley. He's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. And this is Shepard on the jet sweep. And he will lose yardage scrimmage here to the 31-yard line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. They'll set up a throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
New York.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the run, it's Barkley. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Touchdown.
Saquon Barkley saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And it's for pride now, but the Giants do get a bit closer.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College, not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
The extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And you'd have to say they have done what they set out to do in this wild card round. It won't get easier from here, of course, but they'll certainly have some momentum built up when they hit the road in the divisional round next weekend. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
47-yard line.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a strap. He loses the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Complete.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Quick hitter here is complete. And he's got this down to the 35. His of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16, and another first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are, and I know this.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And he's gone 2-2 on us now at 2 receiving touchdowns, now his second rushing touchdown.
And that's the back of the NFL nowadays, isn't it? The ability to do everything. You can't just be one or the other. The best ones, able to run it, catch it, and produce big-time points put on the board by him.
This taken in about 4 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Now back to throw. And now here's another interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson will pick. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. And they will take a knee here.
Today's final score, Saints.
And I know it's hard to find find solace on one side when the season ends, no matter where it ends, but especially in the playoffs, because there's all that build-up to the moment. But I would imagine the post-game locker room speech, it'll have a pretty positive spin.
It should. They've made a heck of a run to get to the playoffs and have that chance to advance, even though they didn't. But you're right about how much it's going to hurt, because when you work that hard to get this far, it hurts just a little bit more. No matter when your season ends, it's a downer. But in this case, even more so because you had your eyes on the big prize, which was the Lombardi Trophy.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Saints are winners here as we say so long from New Orleans.